Good morning, students. We already start chapter number first, chemical reaction and chemical equations. In the previous video, we will discuss about the daily life situations. Milk is left at room temperature in summers, and food is cooked. We respire. All these are the daily life situations. Are the examples of chemical reaction. And we also discuss how can we say that the chemical reactions take place with the help of change in state, change in color, evolution of gas, change in temperature. So all these are the factors on which we can say that if any type of change show from these out of these, or precipitation reaction, or absorption of heat, or releasing of heat, means increase or decrease in temperature, all these factors will explain as chemical reaction take place. Next topic is chemical equation. So we discuss activity 1.1, in which we burn magnesium ribbon can described as when a magnesium ribbon is burnt in oxygen. So we burn magnesium ribbon, and we know that always burning of a substance in the presence of oxygen, because oxygen is a necessary component for the burning of any component or any fuel, and it gets converted to magnesium oxide. So this is the description of chemical reaction in sentence form is quite long. So ये साडे को sentence काफी लंबा लिखा गया साडे कोले. So it can be written in a shorter form. How can we write in a shorter form? So the simplest way to do this is to write in the form of word equation. We write in this form magnesium plus oxygen to give magnesium oxide. It's a product. So ਸਾਡੇ को जो left hand side ਤੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ reactant ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ. If more than one component, then we add put sign a plus between them. So magnesium plus oxygen to give magnesium oxide. So right hand side जो ਸਾਡੇ को component form होया, that is called product, and left hand side ਜਿਹੜੇ arrow ਦੇ ਨੇ, that are called reactant. So the substance that undergo chemical change in a reaction, ਕਿਹੜੇ substance ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ chemical change ਹੋਣੀ ਹੈ, that is magnesium and oxygen. They are called reactants. They are called reactants. So left hand side ਜਿਹੜੇ components ਨੇ, they are called reactants. So the new substance magnesium oxide, this will on right hand side of the arrow, formed during the reaction, it is called product. So we always write reactant in left hand side and product in right hand side. So ਜੇ more two or more products form, then we add put sign plus between them. So ਅਸੀਂ plus ਦਾ sign ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਿੱਚ add ਕਰ ਦਾਂਗੇ. So a word equation show a change of reactant to products through a arrow placed between them. ਕਿ reactant ਤੋਂ product ਬਣੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ represent ਕਰਦੇ, arrow ਦੇ ਨਾਲ. ਕਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ? Arrow ਦੇ ਨਾਲ. So we write reactants always on left hand side and with plus sign between them. Similarly, the products written on the right hand side with plus sign between them. So arrowhead points towards the product. So ਜਿਹੜਾ arrow ਕਿੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ point out ਹੋਊਗਾ, products ਵਾਲੀ side ਨੂੰ, which gives the direction of the reaction. ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇਹ ਦੋ component react ਕੀਤੇ ਨੇ, ਇਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ final product ਹੈ ਉਹ form ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਉਹ final product form ਹੋਈ ਹੈ. Clear? Next, writing a chemical equation. So is there any other shorter way for representing chemical equation? क्योंकि जो ਅਸੀਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ 2 पे नंबर पेज ਤੇ ਪੜਿਆ, ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ magnesium plus oxygen to give magnesium oxide words ਦੀ form ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਖਿਆ, which is also a too longer form, but ਉਹ smaller ਹੈ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲੋਂ, sentence ਦੇ ਨਾਲੋਂ, but too longer form as compared to previous one. So chemical equation can be made more concise and useful. ਇਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ concise ਤੇ useful ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, limited. So if we use the chemical formulae instead of words, if we use the chemical formula or symbols for different elements or molecules, which you learn in your 9th class. So a chemical equation represent a chemical reaction. So ਜਿਹੜੀ chemical equation ਹੈ, that represent the chemical equation. If you recall formulae of magnesium, oxygen and magnesium oxide. So magnesium ਦਾ symbol ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ, Mg. ਇਹਦਾ formula ਵੀ ਇਹੀ ਹੈ. Oxygen ਦਾ ਜੋ symbol ਹੈ ਉਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ, but ਇਹਦਾ formula ਕੀ ਹੈ, O2, because it exists in a molecular form. And magnesium oxide is a product. So magnesium oxide ਦਾ formula ਕੀ ਹੈ, MgO. So 9th class you have learned in 9th class, it's a +2, it's a -2. So ਇਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਚਲੇ ਗਿਆ, ਇਹਦੀ ਵੈਲੈਂਸੀ ਇਹ ਦੇਖੋ, so it becomes MgO. So ਇਸ ਵੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ formula ਲਿਖ ਸਕਦੇ. You must remind you कि you must go through from the tables of chapter number 3rd and 4th of 9th class from NCERT book. And if you need to write in your notebook, you also do this. So if you write, you learn them again and again. That is very helpful for you guys to understand all the chapters of chemistry in 10th class. So count and compare the number of atoms of each element on left hand side and right hand side. किन्ने number of जड़े atoms ने एक element दे right hand side ने किन्ने left hand side इस side साढ़े को 1 magnesium है इस side भी 1 है. There are 2 oxygen, here 1 oxygen. So it's a unbalanced chemical equation. It's a unbalanced क्योंकि ऐसी number of atoms भी equal करने हैं. So first we define chemical equation. What is a chemical equation? It is a brief representation of chemical reaction or the symbolic representation of chemical reaction, that is called chemical equation. So this reaction is not balanced क्योंकि magnesium the atom products reactant side 1 है, product side भी 1 है, but oxygen the reactant side 2 है, but product side की है 1 है. So ये unbalanced chemical equation है. Because why it is unbalanced? Because you learn that law of conservation of mass. Mass can neither be created nor destroyed in any chemical or physical change. Also you learn mass of reactant always equal to mass of product, but इधर फिर mass of reactant ज़्यादा as compared to mass of product. So to prove that law of conservation of mass, we must balance the chemical equation. Means the number of atoms in reactant as well as in product side becomes equal. So unbalanced because the mass is not same on both side of equation. Such a chemical equation is a skeletal chemical equation for a reaction. एक skeletal chemical equation है एक reaction ली. So equation 1.2 is a skeletal chemical equation for burning of a magnesium in air, not a balanced chemical equation. It is a unbalanced chemical equation ਜਿਹਦੇ ਚ mass of reactant है ਜਿਹੜਾ equal नहीं है mass of product ਦੇ, or you can say number of atoms of each element not equal to number of each element in product side. So reactant ਤੇ product side ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ number of atoms ਨੇ ਜਾਂ mass है वो ਕੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, product ਤੇ reactant ਦਾ ਕੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, equal ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. Because we prove that the law of conservation of mass in every chemical reaction, because that law only applicable for every reaction. So that's why reaction will occur. Clear? So if you guys have any query up to this topic, you can call me. Thank you.